Hello guys, how you doing? CiNiO Gaming here, and in today's episode we're gonna talk about Grow Idle Archer first impression. Right then, so let's get straight down to the business. Obviously the main purpose of the game is we need to grow our archer, so we need to help him improving his overall damage outputs. The game might look very simple, but trust me, it's not. There's a lot of strategy and planning behind it in order to actually get yourself see progress in the game. So our archers always stands to the left where we face a monster to the right. What we need to focus on is actually here we've got a bar of the monsters. The icon with a demon indicates boss, so actually we in way lower level than actually I can do. So I just quickly switch to show you. At the moment I'm at stage 152, but I cannot beat the boss, therefore I'm going back into farming. And what I highly recommend that you're actually gonna drop about 30 levels for more efficient gold farming. And trust me, even though you earn less gold, you're doing it way quicker, and therefore this is more beneficial. You kill boss every single time and you actually gain more gold throughout doing this. So actually what you need to focus on and see actually if you're capable of doing, there is a different random skills the monsters have. All you need to be aware of is that you need to be stronger than the attack skill. When attack bar gets to the obviously monsters, it's from right to the left. When it gets to the end, then monsters actually gonna execute attack, and it's only one shot for us and then we die. Therefore I recommend farming in way lower level, and when it comes to killing bosses in the normal zone, I'm gonna actually put another video and show you what's the most efficient way and how do I do it. At the moment, again, we need to focus on getting as much output as possible. So in order to do it, actually here on the top you can see that the damage, so the damage itself is the damage of our weapon, and then DPS, it's combine all the skills, passive bonuses, etc. Right, so let's get straight into that. So first actually tab we've got is our first weapon. It's wood bow. As you see, I went down as to 10% probability to increase next level, so I have spent a lot of money and time to get that to 9000%. And then we've got evolve option, which actually requires souls, which is premium currency. I'm gonna touch base on that in a minute. So that's one way of increasing our DPS, it's through upgrading weapon. Then we've got all the arrows, and you start with steel arrow and then slowly you unlock next ones. As you see at the moment I'm with only one level for big arrow and there is plenty more to do. That's obviously depending on how much gold you earn, and I recommend to pretty much improve them evenly as much as you can. What's worth paying attention to start off is a firing cycle, which means steel arrow will fire every single round because it's one, so it means every shot. Then bomb arrow actually gonna be shot once every 4 times. Energy, it might be on the first shot, it might be on the second, as you see. So that's what's mandatory when you later on gonna try to craft your own strategies. And then you can enchant these arrows, and that's what I recommend to spend in your first souls of actually increasing damage for your basic arrows, and that's gonna get you great boost when it comes to the damage. And then firing order, again, how you want to shoot, that's where you're actually gonna try to plan a little bit more strategic against the bosses. Again, I'll try to cover that in a separate video. On top of that, we've got plenty of passive bonuses, and every single time you're gonna reincarnate, which means you're gonna reset down to 0, try to get all of these to the max level. So the gold is mandatory. Gold you want to focus on as soon as possible. The more gold you got, obviously you can increase everything, all the other aspects in the game. Then you've got talent, where again you can spend your souls. At the moment I have only went with 14 levels, but comparing to 9000 bonus already from the bow itself, 42% is pretty low. So I have stopped increasing talents for time being because my souls output at the moment is very low. Relics, that's where you're gonna spend your diamond. So again, you can go through and spend some real currency, or you can farm with your daily tasks and watch additional adverts in order to get diamonds. And I highly recommend that you gonna go and increase gold as soon as you can. So I got it now 3 times, and I can see massive boost when it comes actually to upgrade my hero and go further down the levels. And lastly here, when it comes to actually damage output, we actually got 3 active skills we can use. This one is just additional arrow that you can hit monsters with, and that got a very quick reuse. Energy wave can be used every 10 minutes, and that helps you when actually you see you have got very close battle with the boss. You can use energy wave to actually bounce and block enemy energy wave, which is their attack, and then successfully have another chance of another 9 seconds for their next attack. So that can help you nicely with a bosses. Bear in mind, this you can use only once every 10 minutes, and binding trap, it binds all the enemies so they stand in one place, and you silence them again, so that's gonna stop your boss of attacking. So actually these two can help you massively when it comes to beating the bosses, but I'll show you more strategies in a separate video. Buffs, what you want to focus on: quick fire and critical strike, again for a strategies against bosses. Hunting gold increase, you got a chance of watching advert and have increase, so you double in your output. You can do that every hour. Watching an advert, you have that for 1 hour, and stealing gold is just additional boost for 1 minute. Then you've got reset cooldown and the hunting soul increase. It's when you reach over a level 100, you actually can start collecting these souls, which is a premium currency. So we got gold as basics, we got diamonds, and we've got the souls. So I'm gonna touch base on the souls in a minute. So pretty much this is upgrade our weapon, upgrade our arrows, upgrade passive skills, talent and relics. We've got buffs as well, and the spells. And the spells are obviously accessible from all these 3 buttons interactive on the screen. And then we also got skins. So at the moment we started obviously with our basic. These ones will be done when I'm actually gonna check for first 28 days. And there is some more when you're actually gonna accomplish certain levels. There is one for a diamond and plenty more for a real cash. So unfortunately in here you need to spend money to get the best gear. It's a little bit shame, because I'm under the impression you should be able to farm effectively as well to get best gear. Is a different case. I cannot tell you what means that 0/54%. When I unlock first one, I'll definitely gonna check it out. I believe you can level it somehow to actually get a maximum output. So let's say 54 out of 54. I'm about to find out later on. It's just the early stages in the game. I have not explored everything yet. And lastly, we've got obviously our shop, so that's where you can buy gold for a gems, and then everything else it's a real currency. So we got gems, souls and additional packages. Here you can save the game clicking on this one. In here you can see a scores, so obviously certain people are already on levels 1718. I'm at 120 on farming and 152 on the boss, so I got a plenty to catch up. Let's just get that down, 130, that can do. In here we actually got all our achievements, so and our quests actually. So every day you can watch adverts, you're gonna get 5 diamonds each, so that's 25 diamonds from watching adverts every day. Once a day you're gonna log in, and also you got your attendance check where you got a chance of farming more diamonds later on. And as I mentioned, on the day 28 I'm gonna actually receive my first skin and get some you know, exploring a little bit more about the skins themselves. And then these two different sort of modes is a tax income. So when you actually gonna defend your town, so you actually trying to complete waves of monsters as you see on the screen, so that's where you're gonna increase your influence. And in normal mode you actually killing bosses, and you've got chance of freeing the souls, which gonna increase your souls output again, and you can reset that at any given point. Actually I have reset to gain some more, but now I need to start all over again. It means if I reached certain point in a normal game, I need to progress further, because every boss you're gonna kill in a normal mode got a chance of freeing the souls. But at the moment, as I have hit that 152. I cannot beat the boss, so I need to become a little bit more stronger to then again increase number of my population in town, which then gonna overall increase my soul reward. So it's population and influence all together. Influence is taken from how far you get in your levels. At the moment, as you see, I'm at level 140 in a town defense, but town defense gonna be a completely separate episode, so you can explore every aspect of it. And then once again, Goblin Mine, as you see on the screen, we're trying to beat as many Goblin Kings and go as far as possible to earn. And this is a great output when it comes to gold, so I recommend doing it pretty much by end of the day when your character has been farming all day, and you can get maximum output of your DPS. So reincarnate itself is pretty much like resetting your character, but you need to clear stage 100, and then you've got a chance of randomly meet a boss. He also got icon next to his name with this, and you got chance to collect souls. I have done one reincarnation already. Just when I reached level 100, I didn't get many of these souls, and it wasn't much joy, so I recommend actually to grind a little bit more further than stage 100. As I mentioned, I'm at 152 now, and I still do not reset. I'll try to farm up to 1000, and then I'll do it. The reason behind it is you're actually gonna start from level 1, and it's not one of these games when you're gonna leave character, come back 1 hour later, and you at level 100, because you need to constantly keep upgrading your weapon, keep upgrading your arrows, keep upgrading your talents, your archery, all the passive bonuses. So you actually need to be interactive for next few hours to get your character up to the level or similar level where you currently are. So it will take time gradually to grind back. Even though you're gonna have these additional bonuses, it's still, you need to invest a little bit more time of getting where you are. So as I mentioned already, the game looks very simple, but there is a lot of information to digest. Just to sum it up once again, we can upgrade our DPS through upgrading weapon, skills, talents, passive bonuses. We also got buffs, we got skins, which I'm gonna cover in a different video once I'm gonna achieve one, our shop, plenty of quests, of which we're gonna, you're getting actually diamonds from achieving all these quests and progressing throughout the game, and 2 separate modes, which is town defense, which I'm gonna show in a separate video, and a Goblin Mine, which gonna gives you great output when it comes to gold farming. Once again, farming, I recommend going back at least 30 levels and farm efficiently there. You will see massive progress by doing so. Okay, so I think this is it, guys. There is more episodes coming where we're gonna, digest through all these separate modes and all the tips and tricks. I'll try to cover as much as I can. At the moment, it's very early stages for me. As I mentioned, there is a lot of planning and strategy behind the game, which needs to be really much considered to get a best output possible. So for the time being, thank you very much for watching. I hope you liked the video. If you did, hit that like button, subscribe, notification bell, and I'll see you next time. Thank you very much. Take care and bye-bye.